Welcome back to the episode 5. Today we're gonna make iron farm, which we're gonna put over there. I did gather most resources for the build, but I'm gonna need some villagers, and last episode we made this mess, which we're gonna solve in a moment, but for that I need bees and I need honey. We're gonna put the bees over here, and we will make like a little path. I'm gonna put the path over here. Make this path 2 wide, and the second path we're gonna put on this side and also make it 2 wide. And this is the area where we are gonna put the bees. I did went around and gathered some bees. I have like 7 bee nests, and we are gonna use these guys, which have 2 bees inside. I'm gonna keep these 2 with the 3 bees inside for another project in the future. And also let's get some flowers for them. Orange tulip, dandelion, lily of the valley. Get some pink tulip. I'm gonna need that many, to be honest. Maybe cornflowers. Red tulip. Like a nice selection of these. So the placement of these guys, it's gonna be, well, it doesn't really matter too much. Gonna just put this guy down here. I'm going to put the campfires below so that I can harvest the resources that the bees produce. I'll put maybe one over here. Need like one more somewhere. Let's pick a spot. There we go. And before I place the bees down, let's put some flowers around so that they don't fly too far, hopefully. And I really hope that they will stay or stick around here. So place these flowers pretty randomly. Let's get the lily of the valley, pink tulip, cornflowers, and red tulips. It's gonna be a very flowery patch over here, which hopefully adds a little bit color to this area. And then we'll finish off with the dandelions. So the light levels, how's the light levels doing? Actually pretty good. This is nice. Okay, let's place down the bees. Put that one over there and that one over there. You over there, do you this way? Can be that way, and you can be this way. And here's our little batch of bees. Let's make more bees. Well, everybody went poof. This is enough for us to get the honey block that we need to fix the villager thing. Okay, there's bees. You and you. Make a baby bee. And you and you. Another baby bee. Now, the end of the last episode. We need to fix this one. Which means I do have do that. We will put the honey block there, and when it comes to this part, we'll take this away. Actually, I'm gonna take all of this away. This one can come from here. Can put the powered rails, turn around, roughly like that. Put another one over here. You can actually add a couple powered rails over there, and then I just need to put the levers down. And then we need to fix this rail, which you need to be slanted. You need to be in an angle. Let's put the glass on either side. Now there's just this matter of I need to get this guy either out of this or get rid of the minecart. There we go. And I'll break this glass. And one thing I noticed is that there's, if you look at, let me take the camera. So there's this glass over here, which they just bump into and they can't. That's why they're all over here instead of over here. I'm gonna break this glass. But let's put that glass over there for now. And now this hole is bothering me, so let's fix that one too. We grab this, put it like that, and that one. And we'll do the same on this side. I'm gonna need to destroy this one for a second. You are in my way, sir. Get this one and that one. Place it like that. Okay. And now we should be able to press this button. And barely enough. Okay. So let's upgrade this one. Put you over there and you over there. break this one. And we'll add a button back. Put the minecart there, and that should be enough for it to... Oh, you guys are bumping into a lot, actually. Okay. Let's try something else. Put you over there. Can do that. Put the block over there. And let's see if you can... Nope. Yeah, I guess there's just too many of them. So let's try the rails this way and see what happens. Well, this one went by. He is over there. That's good. Now I'll change it like that. And actually, no, you're not going over there. You are going over there. And cards there, and I put the button over here for now. I'm gonna need another smooth sandstone, but we'll deal with that later. Do you pick them up? That's the question. Yep, you are. Okay, you can go over there. Yeah. So it's a bit finicky, but it works for now. I don't think it will pick up the next one, but make this route like that, and we'll see in the future. Here's another cat, by the way. So these villagers are apparently spawning cats over here, so these two I tamed. I saw another one, which I don't know where it is now, but here it is. Hello. But when it comes to these villagers, we can just route this guy over there. And you, sir, going over there. Composter. Carrots. Let's gather some carrots. I do have some name tags for the cats, so we can name them. So if you guys have any ideas for cat names, then you can leave a comment and I can name the cats. So let's see how much emeralds can we get from these. There we go. Also, that brings me up to level 30, so I can enchant something. Which probably has to be an axe. There's pumpkins over here. Pumpkin trade. Yeah, I got 13 emeralds, which is nice. I'm gonna need to put a chest down there so I can store emeralds and all the stuff that I need for trading. Gather these guys for trading. Let's trade these ones. And I'm gonna put this chest... Let's put it over here. So yeah, so now we can have villagers, which means I need to transport 3 of these guys over here, where we are gonna do our iron farm. Got all the resources for the iron farm over here. Let's grab these bits from here. I'm going to need polished stuff, hoppers, campfire, spruce trapdoors, target blocks. Resin torch levers we can keep over here. We need those later. Let's grab some birch leaves. A ladder. Oak trapdoor. And stone slabs we'll use at the end. Oh yeah, chests. Let's get these ones too. Maybe need these ones right away. And water buckets we'll use in a moment. For this iron farm, I did made a schematic so that I won't be 1 block off. And we start with by making this little hole in here. And this is the spot for the villagers. So when it comes to the hoppers, we can do that. That one, that one, that one, that one. Nope. There we go. We are gonna need to make some space over here so that we can get in this area. That's where the zombie's gonna be. Who seems to be very excited. Need these ones for beds. Let's put the beds down here, and we'll get the slabs later. The slabs are important so that iron columns won't spawn in here, but they would spawn on top, which will be pretty much the only place where they can go. I did originally plan to have the exit, which is why we had the ladders on that side towards the house, but I'm thinking actually I will change my mind and go that way instead. Yeah, that should be fine. Put 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, this is not fine. This is way too close. It needs to be from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess that's where the water is. I'll do like a couple more blocks. From here. Ladders. There we go. And we'll put it over here. This guy. I need it to slabs. Down here and add these one over there, that one over there. This one really doesn't matter the orientation. I guess we can just put it over there. And we'll use... And I need to bring some minecarts too. For temporary purpose, let's do a little ramp over here so I can bring the villagers in at least. I'll be right back. I'll transport the villagers and then we'll continue. I got really lucky with the zombie, and I'm trying to get this guy into the minecart somehow. There we go. That works. Oh, you can hold stuff too. That's very nice. You can hold on to that one. Don't really want it anyway. Let's bring this guy where he's supposed to be. That means I don't need to wait anymore. My initial plan was to put a villager down here and leave this kind of open until a zombie wanders in and makes it into a zombie villager. But this went a lot better than I thought. Ow. This hurts a lot. You're way too strong. Let's heal up a little bit and run. There we go. That's good. But I need that rail. Ow. That hurts a lot. For our villagers, we can put these ones down here for now. And we'll use them later. For you, we'll cover you up like that. And I did have some target blocks over here. The reason I'm putting these ones down and these guys... Well, that one went somewhere where it's not supposed to. The reason why I'm putting these guys down here is because I want to be able to turn off the farm. And more specifically, the villagers need to be able to sleep every once in a while. So this one allows me to do that. I will have a manual switch at the moment. We'll get a daylight sensor and set it up so that the villagers can sleep during the nighttime. We'll do that later once we're missing quartz for that, so there's the redstone part. The redstone will be here. I'm gonna need to dig out this one, the redstone over there. Put the stone. There's the daylight sensor, which we don't have at the moment, so let's cover this one up. And when it comes to the lever, I guess we can do it like that. Actually, no. I can't put it over here, I need to put it over there. Okay, so that one turns it on at least. I can override the daylight sensor whenever I want to. Pretty much cover this part up. We'll spawn proof this later. Let's get these guys. So the resources, we'll take them from here. I need a non-full blocks over here. Something like that would work. And chests. We'll use these ones at the moment over here. Once we have more resources, we can add like a proper sorting. But at least for now, we can at least gather these resources we're getting from here. And the rest of it we can just cover up. Okay, this part needs to be covered up. That one and that one. Villagers will come over here. And this is pretty much it when it comes to this part. I will bring the villagers in and then we'll cover this part up, and then the farm is pretty much ready, the bottom part at least. Now comes the top part. In this case I'm gonna make a circular, like a dome. It's not the most efficient, but it's at least it looks nice. So I'm gonna put the stairs along the edge. And I'm off by 3 of them because I used them down there. Ow. This is the kind of the circle where I'm thinking. There's the glass. Well, isn't there glass over here somewhere? Yeah, there's one over there. One over there. For the inside, we need to add the water. Whoops. I keep falling down here. We need to have the water. And for that, we'll do new water log too. Yes. Do that and that. Let me make these edges first. This one is fine. This one goes in, but this is okay. This one needs something in here somewhere. Like that one and that one, maybe. At the end of the day, it's important to see that all the water is roughly going towards the middle, which is what we're after. I don't think this one should be over here. Yeah, this is not good. Fewer water sources over here. Last thing we want is having water sources like that. Same thing over here and over here. I can take water and take this. Yep, that's a water source over there. And we'll do the same over here. And let's put these stairs back. There we go. Okay, I can see there's some water mess over here, which should not exist. Okay, so the water is okay, and the water should not go in here. Can put campfires down. Those campfires we can switch out with soul campfires later when we go to the nether, but for now this is fine. This works. So yeah, now I have to build pretty much the rest of the dome. One important thing actually, before gonna build the next parts, we do need to, there's a reason why these leaves are in the corner over here, and these here is also, or are also spawning spots. So if one would want to be efficient, then this would be rather a rectangle rather than a circle like I did. But I like it this way more. So to make sure that columns are not spawning in here, I'm just going to put some leaves down here on these ones, so that columns can't spawn outside and they will spawn on the inside. And when it comes to the dome, I don't really need to worry about it too much, because the villages are low enough that the only spawning layer is pretty much this water over here. You don't have to spawn proof the glass area or the dome area. So let me build the rest of the dome. So it's time to wrap up this episode. I did went through and made this edge a little bit prettier. Add some boulders here and there. Added more leaves. Planted a couple trees. Added a few more flowers in here. Cactus flower and long. And these tall ones. And bone meal some ground. Added more lights over here around too. There's some over there and around to remove the torches. So it's been about an hour since the last clip. And let's see how much iron we have. A little bit over here. And there's that. So yeah. This iron farm is working nicely. I do need the daylight sensor so that this can be this farm can work all the time. At the moment I need to come here every once in a while and turn it off and let the villagers to sleep. Otherwise they stop spawning the iron golems. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.